So I'm just going to quickly show you how to do the graphing that's happening in your graphing persistence worksheet. So I'm going to go over here, and again, I'm showing you a digital version. You're going to do it by hand. It'll be easier, actually, for you to do it by hand. Um, but let's look here. So I did my challenge A rating, and I wrote down the numbers that my partner gave to both questions from 1 through 5. So the first minute, 4-1, 4-1, then 3-2, 3-2, 4-2, 4-2, all the way down to 1-4. Okay. So if you look at this page, right, the first thing it's asking is your challenge A confidence ratings. So that's the first question you asked, right? That's what I'm going to graph in here. And you're going to do it for both of your partner A group members. So that should be two different graphs overlapping each other on this graph. So all the graphing is going to look the same. You're just going to be graphing different numbers. So let me just show you how to do this one. So let's go in here. You got the rating on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the number the partner gave you, and the minute 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that you asked it in. All right. You should have done this kind of graphing before, but just to make sure, right? Our first minute, very confident, right? And this is our confidence rating, so we're going to take that 4. So in the first minute, they were at a 4. So I'm going to do it by drawing a little circle right here. Not the best, but right at 1 minute, I got a 4. Okay. Next minute, 2, I also got a 4. Great. All right, so we'll grab that and we will move it over on the second minute. Okay. Next time, I got a 3. So let's put this third minute. Oops. Third minute, I'm going to put a dot at the 3 level. Right? Then I want 3 and another 4. Right? So another 3 at 4 minutes, and then a 4 at 5 minutes. Okay. You can just see this all here, right? 4, 4, 3. Oh, I messed up. 4, 4, 3, 3. I know I did it. 4, and then a 2, and then a 1. Okay? So we put those there. Here's my 2 at minute 6. And then a 1 at minute 7, right? So only the confidence dip. So once you got all your dots, you're just going to connect those dots. So here we go. Here we go. Again, yours should look a lot better because you're doing it by hand, but you can get the point. And there you go. All right. So that is my first partner A. Now the key is I'm also going to be putting the other partner on the same graph. Okay? So what I want you to do, I'm not going to do all that. Let's just imagine right now. Right, I'm going to plot a couple points. So let's say they were at, 2, and then they were at 4 as well. Or, well, let's do 3 just so you can see. And then they were at a 4 over here. Okay? Now, if you're graphing that, that's a different graph, so you just need to make sure that it looks different. So what I'm going to do here, let's see, can I? No, I don't think I can. What you're going to need to do is maybe do some sort of difference in those lines. So maybe you're going to do a dotted line or something, right? Like this. Because then that way someone can tell the difference, right? I did a very bad job of making that dotted line, but you want to do something and be very clear that this is a different line. So I don't get confused and think that these dots are part of these dots. Okay, so that's the really key part here. If you're going to be graphing two different people's information on the same graph, you need to have the lines look different for each one. So you have different colors, that's great. Otherwise, you can do dotted lines, but just make sure that you're really clear about it and keep it the same. So when you go back and do challenge A quit ratings, make sure the same person has the dotted line, the same person has the straight line here, so you can look and really compare what your graphs look like. All right, and that's basically it. Just read carefully, make sure you know which information you're putting in there, which partner, so you know where you're pulling these numbers from. But otherwise, then you're just going to graph everything in there and then answer these questions the best you can with your group to try to figure out what does this information show you? If anything, what can you learn from it? What do the graphs mean? If they're very similar, does that tell you something? If they're opposite, does that tell you something? And what does it mean about persistence?